Hold on. The sky isn't falling, but the effects of gravity have caused an acorn to fall on Chicken Little's head. And although that may seem like a good answer, let's explore further and hopefully get a better understanding of how gravity truly works. You may think that gravity is the force that brings objects like the acorn down to the surface of the earth. This concept of gravity came from Sir Isaac Newton's law of universal gravitation in 1686. And for 200 years, this law was widely accepted despite the fact that there were problems in the law that even Newton was aware of. It wasn't until 1905 when Albert Einstein introduced a theory that would challenge Newton's original law. Einstein revolutionized physics with his theory of general relativity, which basically stated that gravity wasn't a force at all. Instead, gravity was the effect felt from larger masses covering the space-time around us. Space-time being the four-dimensional continuum composed of an x, y, and z axis and time, or a single setting where space and time interact. To visualize this, imagine this ball is a planet and this plane is space-time. When the ball lays on the plane, the space-time bends, and this creates the effect of gravity. Einstein's theory addressed many problems in Newton's original law and along with answered many questions about natural phenomena that happened in everyday life. One question that was answered was why when an object is thrown, it falls in an arc-like motion instead of falling straight down. The reason is because there is no force to bring it down. The object is merely following the curve of space-time, like it is going down an invisible slide. This new understanding of gravity also explained why objects with different weights hit the ground at the same time. Because there is no force, there is no increased velocity on heavier objects. Instead, both objects are following the simple curves to Earth's surface. In this footage, we see that the astronauts are on the moon. There is no air resistance, since the moon is practically a vacuum. With this in mind, you would assume that the hammer would fall down faster due to the gravitational force of the moon. But since gravity isn't a force, it doesn't fall down faster. It falls down at the same rate as the feather and hits the ground at the same time. There are several other examples to prove that gravity isn't a force, and there is much more to gravity in addition to Newton's law and Einstein's theory, like how gravity is responsible for how the planets orbit, how gravity is a major factor in the formation of black holes, or how gravity has waves. So much to explore. But remember, gravity is not a force to be reckoned with.